Hey everyone, today we're diving into something that, on the outside, looks like just a simple kid's story. But trust me, it's packed with this really powerful universal lesson about fear, giving, and, growth. It's a strange question, isn't it? I mean, who thinks about a cloud being afraid? We see them as these huge, untouchable things floating up in the sky. But in this story, the whole conflict, the thing that drives the entire narrative, it all boils down to this one very human fear. All right, so let's meet our hero. His name is Puff. He's this soft white cloud and everything seems perfect. He's just floating high above the world, happy as can be. This is what we'd call his ordinary world, where everything looks totally fine on the surface. Yeah, but you know how it goes in any good story, right? That ordinary world is never quite as simple as it looks. Underneath that whole fluffy, proud exterior, Puff is hiding something. A secret, and it's a really heavy one. And this is it. This is the heart of his fear. Puff is literally full of rain, but he is terrified to let any of it go. For him, sharing equals losing. Giving something away means he'll just disappear. And that right there is the big idea he's got to overcome. You know, what's so cool is that Puff's simple little worry fits perfectly into this classic storytelling idea called the refusal of the call. Think about it. He has this gift, the rain, but he's actively saying, nope, not gonna do it. He's rejecting his whole purpose because he's scared, just like so many heroes we know at the very start of their journeys. So what happens when a hero refuses the call? Well, they usually get a much, much stronger one. And for Puff, that big push for change doesn't come from inside his own head. Nope. It comes from the world he's been floating so high above. And all of a sudden, Puff's private little problem has these huge real-world consequences. The world down below is suffering because he's holding on so tight. You've got the dry ground, the sad-looking trees, even a tiny puppy panting for water. It's like the whole world is whispering, please, just rain. This is it. This is his real call to adventure. And this is the moment everything starts to change. I mean, it's one thing to be scared, right? But it's a whole other thing to see how your fear is actually hurting others. That wobble in his heart, that's the first crack in his fear. It's empathy being born. It's the moment he starts to care about something bigger than himself. Okay, so our hero is on the edge. He's wavering, but he can't quite make that leap by himself. And right on cue, a classic character shows up, the mentor. And this mentor gives him a piece of wisdom that just flips his whole fear on its head. It's not about losing something. It's about becoming something. Wow. That's the key, right there. That's the idea that's going to unlock everything for him. So, armed with this totally new way of thinking, Puff gets to the climax of the story. This is the moment of truth. He's got a choice to make. Stay safe, stay the same, and let the world suffer, or face his fear and just let go. And you can just feel the tension, can't you? He takes that deep breath, then the first hesitant drops. Drip, drip, and then splash. That splash isn't just about water hitting the ground. That's the sound of his fear shattering. He's done it. He's crossed the threshold. So what happens next? What happens after you face your absolute biggest fear? What's the hero's reward for making that sacrifice? Well, like the story says, something amazing. And the change is just instantaneous. It's huge. Puff's one single act of generosity completely transforms the world below. Everything that was tired and droopy is now joyful. Everything that looks sad is now celebrating. This is the big external reward for facing down his fear. But, that's only half the story. The real prize is what happens inside. That smile on Puff's face, it's not just happiness. It's purpose. It's the feeling you get when you see the good you've done. He realizes his value was never about what he could hold on to, but what he could give away. And there we have it. We're full circle. The wise old cloud's promise? It wasn't just some nice-sounding phrase. It was literally true. By giving away his rain, Puff didn't disappear at all. He became the rain. He became the source of life, the reason for all that joy down below. He became essential. So the story of Puff really leaves us with this powerful question for ourselves, doesn't it? We all have something we're scared to let go of. Maybe it's an idea or a possession or just that feeling of control. But what if just like Puff, the only way to find our real purpose, to become something truly wonderful, is to let go?